Just me and you?
Like it. Wow. Wow.
Are we here?
Wow.
The best show for Chicago.
Wow.
Bro, what is happening right now?
Breeze Nation, what's good? Hey, I can't even be mad at it. You gotta go to war, baby.
Gotta go to war.
That's what happened when you got the best division in football, huh? Wow. If you're wondering why the Wows, Micah Parsons is a Packer.
Hey, Buddy just messed up all my projections.
Bro, the North is crazy, bro.
God dang.
It's war, baby.
He could have took his point behind anywhere else.
Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. We can't waste too much time on the intros on this one. The pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid, is in the building. Micah Parsons is a Packer. Literally right after we heard that there was the Dallas Cowboys were listening to trades. You instantly see this come out, what, an hour later?
Fam.
An hour later?
It was happening quick.
I mean, trade terms on this trade, the Cowboys will receive Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. Now, Kenny Clark, 29 years old, still very young, not Micah Parsons.
Not Micah Parsons.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sit here and say there's a way that you can fight back. Micah Parsons, you got to see him twice a year now. And this is why I say sometimes you got to play chess. I understand it's difficult to build teams, but sometimes you got to play chess. And today, the Chicago Bears were on the losing end of that chess match as the Green Bay Packers trade for Micah Parsons and sign him to a $188 million contract, $120 million fully guaranteed. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that hype button as well.
Me up.
Listen, it's got to be how Packers fans felt when we got Khalil Mack. We know how that ended. But I will say this, twice a year now, it's going to look real tough with the situation that you put together at left tackle. You better find a way to fix this quick. And it ain't happening this season.
It ain't happening this season.
It ain't. You don't find in your left tackle of the future this season. You better hope Ozzie Trapillo wakes up and breaks through that rookie wall and turns into a god. Because my God, the NFC North just got dangerous. We are over 100 in the chat, over 200 in the chat, over 300 in the chat. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Subscribe to the page. Hit that hype button. P Kids, your first thoughts.
All of my projections for win-loss record for the Bears just completely went out the window. You know, the Packers have always been.
You know, we only played them twice, right? Like everybody breathe. Now we play them twice.
Well, think about it like this: you had us smacking them twice.
No, I didn't. I had us splitting with the Packers.
Okay, well now we're not splitting. Now we go from 9-8 to 8-9.
I stand on what I said this morning. If Ben Johnson is who you think he is, this shouldn't matter. Not to say it's not something you don't have to game plan for, but great coaches have faced and beat Micah Parsons. The Detroit Lions have faced and beat Micah Parsons.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Your job as a head coach, as a team, is to go out there and beat the Packers, not just Micah Parsons. Here's the thing about this that doesn't freak me out. We didn't have an answer for it. No way. We was gonna have to see him week 4.
Oh, for sure.
We didn't have an answer for it.
But you know what? It brings something to the rivalry that, ultimately we just don't see any other time. That Bears Green Bay Packer rivalry brings the best out of both teams, and this is that opportunity now. Because I've always thought that they had a decent defense, and that come playoff time or getting close to playoff time, they always seem to hit above their weight class. They always seem to show up. I mean, we're talking about the Green Bay Packers. That honestly, we talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Isn't this the same Green Bay Packers that's mopped the Dallas Cowboys? This is the same Green Bay Packers. I mean, obviously some pieces have moved around, but now you actually have more on that defense. And again, when it comes to us trying to get a well-rounded, fully competent offense going, when you see someone like that on the opposite end, that can strike a lot of fear. It ain't just all about like, should we beat them? Sure. Should it not matter? I get where you're going.
No, it matters. Let's not say it should. Let's not say it shouldn't matter. Oh, it matters.
It matters.
It matters. Like I'm not saying it doesn't change what the Packers are going to do or who the Packers are, or any of that. What I'm saying is it doesn't change the job of the team that you have.
Oh, that's true.
It doesn't change the job of the coaches. Guess what? I'm not saying it's the same conversation, but if Kenny Clark was standing across from you, you had to go out and game plan and find a way to beat him. Jimmy Hoffa, take your victory lap. Jimmy Hoffa, I want to say this too. Because I'm more excited than I am. I see a lot of Bears fans concerned. I see a lot of Bears fans upset. I'm excited because for me, I want to see what you got versus the best. You want to know why? You got to play the best.
You got to play the best.
You get in the playoffs, guess what? There's a lot of Micah Parsons in the playoffs. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's not a lot of Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is one of a kind.
I was going to say, where you going with this, dog?
But my point is there's a lot of really freaking good players in the playoffs. You're playing the best of the best. And so you have to go out there and you have to find ways to beat the best of the best when you may not have it. I'm not sitting here losing my mind or freaking out. Is it a big move? 100%. It's a big trade for the Packers. And I do want to take a second here to congratulate Micah Parsons for being the first person to say F you, Jerry.
Yeah. I like that.
I want to congratulate Micah Parsons for being the first person to say F you, Jerry. Because everyone else who has done this has had the same answer. Your money ain't good enough. Here's the money you wanted. Okay, it's good enough. Micah Parsons 110% said, your money ain't good enough. And I'm not taking your money. I think you need to figure that out.
I'm going to say this, though. As an aside, because I don't want to jump ahead real quick. Just going back to the initial part of this, right? No, dog, I'm a little scared. Go
ahead. Explain why. I'm going
to tell you why. Like, us facing the Cowboys, we knew was going to be, that was going to be a one-off. We played them one time this season. If that was a game that we lost, all right, cool. We move on because we've only faced him one time this season. I ain't got to worry about him unless something astronomical happened down the line, right?
Right.
I got to see him twice this year.
Yes, you do.
And not only do I have to see him twice this year, looking at the strength of schedule, like, the move that they just made for the Packers, that team overall, especially defensively, just got dramatically better. Now, we have to see it on the field. This is all on paper, but that's all we have right now.
No. On paper, on the field. Team got better. On paper, on the field. Team got better.
The team got better.
Team got better.
Being the case, if we're in a situation where with the strength of the schedule that we have, the people that we play, all the different other defenses that Caleb was going to face, that just made our biggest rival that much more important. And I had a splitting or smacking them at the crib. Now I have to sit there and be like, man, if we are really going to make a playoff push, some of those iffy games that I had, that I was like, maybe we drop this one, but we're going to definitely beat the Packers. Now it's like we definitely have to win those because we may not beat the Packers.
And again,
a lot in who you have to gear up for overall. And I know you have to go out there to win regardless. I wholeheartedly agree with you. But at the same time, you look at the schedule now, and now it's like, all right, playing the Green Bay Packers is not going to be no cakewalk. And then who we have afterwards. Let me pull up the schedule again. But go ahead.
Listen. Again, I'm not saying the Packers didn't get better. The Packers got better. The Packers have a top 5 player in football. It's why I said I would give up whatever. People, by the way, Bears fans, where y'all at now? When I said I give up Montez Sweat for Micah Parsons.
Bruh.
Where y'all at now? Everybody sitting there that was, why would you can't do that. Now look at you.
Just as an aside, look at this stretch. We have to play the Steelers, who have a good defense, the Eagles championship defense, the Packers, who I would say, hey, that defense is going to be scary.
We'll see.
The Browns, who I don't want to see no matter who's their quarterback. I don't care. Myles Garrett is still Myles Garrett. And then we leave them to play the Packers again. Dog, that potentially is a stretch where we can literally lose every one of those games. Here's
the thing about that, kid. Here's the thing about that, kid. That stretch was that stretch anyway.
No, we had
100%. 100%. If I had a win, I had a win and a loss versus the Green Bay Packers. If it's still the most difficult stretch the Chicago Bears are going to have to go into, 100%. No matter what, you were going to have to play the Green Bay Packers and beat the Green Bay Packers. Did it get more difficult? Yeah. Micah Parsons is a top 5 player in the NFL. But the point that I've continued to say is that if Ben Johnson is who Ben Johnson is supposed to be, you find ways to beat this team. Let me ask you this, and I understand it.
That's a fact.
I understand the concern. I understand the people in the chat that are freaking out. How has Andy Reid done against the Dallas Cowboys? Against Micah Parsons?
That's a different scenario, brother.
No, it's not. And let me tell you why. Because if Ben Johnson is who we believe he is, and he's able to develop quarterbacks like we think he can, then you're talking about your quarterback being one of the better quarterbacks in football. Am I wrong?
I'm not saying yes and no. I don't mean to give a vague.
Am I wrong that the goal of Ben Johnson being here is to turn Caleb Williams into one of the top quarterbacks in football?
Yes, but context does matter in this situation.
Okay. So here's where the connection is.
For the sake of argument, yes, you're right.
Here's where the connection is. Who's Pat Mahomes' tackles?
Again, different situation, which is where I'm saying that's the wrong part. That's the wrong part.
This is where people are concerned about.
I don't want to.
My point is that it doesn't matter who you have if you know how to use them. There's some players it don't matter for. Right? There's nothing you can scheme up that's going to stop Micah Parsons. There's nothing you can scheme up that's going to stop Myles Garrett. There's nothing you can scheme up that's going to stop Trey Hendrickson. But if you have the coach, the right, that knows what to do in those moments, which Ben Johnson has shown he knows what to do. Ben Johnson is 110% shown versus the Dallas Cowboys. I know how to call an offense to not get my quarterback killed and to have him still be able to go out there and move the football and put up points. We've seen this. If Ben Johnson is who we think he is, it's not to say this doesn't matter. It matters. It doesn't change what Ben Johnson's job was and what the expectation on where Ben Johnson is putting his standard should be at.
So I think we're coming from two different angles, but ultimately I agree with your point that the goal is to win games. The goal is to show improvement. This just makes that road to show that improvement harder. And so let me take a step back and just address the two analogies you gave. You said, hey, how did Andy Reid look against the Cowboys? One, veteran coach. Ben Johnson's a first-time head coach. Now, I expect him to do well. I'm expecting it to improve for the Chicago Bears. But he's a first-time head coach. I'm giving that. Caleb is in his first season under this system. He's not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was able to roll into a situation in which he had a veteran who was a very more than serviceable veteran. Alex Smith was a good quarterback, and he had a system and culture around him that actually helped facilitate the culture of winning. That is not the Chicago Bears.
Mhm.
This is the catalyst for it. This is the beginning. This is Batman Begins. This is Batman Year One. We do not have all the gadgets yet. We have the potential. We have the wherewithal. We have the willpower, right? We have this. So now we have the training and some of the playbook, but we ain't put it all together yet. This is like if I had to get a better analogy, this is like the first James Bond with Daniel Craig when he's like real rough around the edges versus the last couple ones where he's like trying to be super smooth.
I never get over the fact that man spread Daniel Craig's legs in that movie, and he was like, "Is this your first time for this?" He was like, "How did you know this my first time?" I was like, "Wait a minute, Daniel Craig, what you mean by that, brother?" What? It's the only Bond movie I've seen in the last 20 years, bro. I swear to God. And that scene, I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm out. I think I'm out on Bond movies. I don't know what's happening right now."
Hey, Pat, the fact that that's where your mind went.
Fam, it's the moment me and Maya were dating when that movie came out, and we went to see, because that's, what is that, Skyfall, right? That's the first one with Daniel Craig?
No. It's Skyfall is the third one.
Never mind. I don't know which order the movies are in. Never mind.
The first one.
Yeah, Skyfall was the first one I saw, but I saw that and I was like, "That's wild, brother. What's happening right now?" But I think here's my point in all of this, right?
Well, hold on. Let me just
go ahead.
Right. So you take all of that and what I just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get where you're going. We don't know if we have Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes would not have been Patrick Mahomes in this situation. He was in a situation that allowed him to be this truly one of the people who you would agree generational. Now it doesn't matter how much pressure you get on Patrick Mahomes because now he's had the confidence built up. I'm a 3-time champ. I'm a Hall of Famer. If I decided to retire today, you can't say nothing about Patrick Mahomes. Caleb is not that yet. Does he have the potential to be? Yeah. Do we hope he becomes that? Absolutely. But we're not there yet. So all this does, from a sense of a fan looking at this schedule and someone who's being realistic about where we are, about the development of my QB, about getting this team on the right page. People forget that the first year Ben Johnson was with calling plays with Dan Campbell.
Detroit.
That was a rough season. There was
it finished strong. It started rough. It finished strong.
Jared Goff got killed a couple of those games. Absolutely killed because they didn't have the right line. He did. I went back on that one. He didn't have the right pieces in place. They eventually built up to that, but Dan Campbell, all of them was kind of on the hot seat a little bit because of how that
they was all on the hot seat. They was gonna fire Campbell. That's not my I'm just saying with him getting killed, they had no defense on that team.
They had no defense. And
they had no defense on that team.
O-line.
Jared Goff. That first season got sacked 35 times
on the left tackle side to stop that guy. So let's say I see somebody say you just sent 2 out of him, you chip. Well, that's still a really good defense. The Green Bay Packers may not be the best at getting pressure overall, but they have had games where they definitely, like I said, performed well above their weight class. So all that is just to say, am I worried to the point where I like, let's freak out or fire Pose? Why didn't he get him? No, that's not how this works. And I want people in the chat to understand there's a lot of money that just got guaranteed to Micah Parsons that the Bears may not have been able to finagle in such a short amount of time. There's a whole lot of things that there. Don Burr, Jared Goff did get killed that first couple seasons. Don't lie. I know that's just your team, but hey, listen, we saw that one. Anyway, but all I'm saying is there's a lot to be.
I'm just saying first season.
There's not enough for us to actually sit there and freak out. I agree on that part.
First season with Ben Johnson calling plays, they finish out 9-8, 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 23 sacks. He didn't get killed. He had a pretty good career, or a pretty good season that year.
It was the year before. The year
before when they was 3-10, dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Now still 35 sacks.
You're right.
Still before 35 sacks, not that many sacks. But here's what I would say to you about this, right? And where I'm at. I see people in the chat. Pat, you're out of your mind. Ben Johnson ain't Andy Reid, which is not what y'all was saying when Ben Johnson was out here calling them practices. Oh my God, he's gonna be amazing at losing it. Pat, you're out of your mind. Caleb Williams can't be Pat Mahomes. That's fine. Can Ben Johnson be Kyle Shanahan?
This would be the first season for me to see it, dog.
It was the first season for Kyle Shanahan.
Hold on. You know me.
No, here's what I mean. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Jim Harbaugh, first season in the NFL, they were calling good football, calling good offenses, winning football games. It did not take the time. That's my point in all of this with Ben Johnson. People keep saying, you might have to slow play this. We'll see this. We'll see what ends up happening. First season, Kyle Shanahan came out. The offense started off struggling because you knew you had a bad quarterback in there. Then you switched the quarterback, went to Jimmy G, and you end up finishing out winning 5 or 6. And that next season, I believe you go to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Sean McVay, first year. You knew Sean McVay could call plays. They were a 3-14 team or whatever, or 3-13 team the year before. I think it was still only 16 games. And year 1 of Sean McVay, 11-6 in the playoffs. My point in all of that, Jim Harbaugh walks in the room, dominates. My point in all of that is the expectation is for Ben Johnson to be them. The expectation is for, and by the way, first year Kyle Shanahan called a pretty good offense versus Micah Parsons, won the game. The expectation is for Ben Johnson. And this, you said what?
Was that O-line better?
I mean, the O-line always been fine. I mean, they went to, I think Kyle took over end of, I forget who was after Jim.
Was it division? No.
I forget who was after Jim. Oh, they was trash that year. They was trash that year. They was trash that year Kyle took over. I think they finished, I want to say they finished like 6-10, but literally they won 5 of their last 6 the second they got Jimmy G.
I always get confused as to how many Super Bowls they went to.
Oh, they've been to 3. 2 with Brock. No, 2. They've been to 2 under Kyle. 1 with Kyle, one with Brock, and they went to 1 with Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, okay.
So they've been to 3. They won none of them.
I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it's only been 2. But they got to
you got the one with Jimmy G. Jimmy overthrew a wide open target.
And then you got the one with Brock.
And you got the one with Brock Purdy.
That don't matter. Either here or there. The point that you were making is valid. Kyle Shanahan comes in there. He shows out.
The point I'm making is the goal for Ben Johnson is to be that guy or better. 100%. It's not for Ben Johnson to walk in. And I guarantee you, I know y'all are freaking out in the chat. I guarantee you Ben Johnson right now is in his office going, wow, Bears and Packers going to be fun this year.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Let's go see what we can do versus that boy.
It's going to be fun.
And so for me, it doesn't change what the job was. The job was for you to come in here, to become a dominant play caller, to develop Caleb Williams, to build an offense that's going to be here long term, and to have a defense that can get you over the hump, not an offense that can get you over the hump while the defense is doing all of the heavy lifting. That doesn't change for me because Micah Parsons is on the other side. Does it make it difficult? Yes. But see, here's the world that I've been living in the entire time when I've been predicting wins and losses, when I've been saying this is not going to be a cakewalk schedule. You start off Jonathan Grenard. You start off Aiden Hutchinson. Now you don't got to play Micah Parsons. Technically, the beginning of your schedule just got a little bit easier with the Cowboys. Poor Flus. F that guy. Hey, Flus getting screwed. Flus like, hey, love Micah. Can't wait to see him. Hey, I guarantee you he walked in there and he called that man Crusher one time. And that man was like, I got to get traded. Get me up out of here. Hey, Crusher, we can't wait to get you on the field. Get me up out of here, bro. You got Max Crosby with the Raiders. The Commanders' defense showed you something last year, even though they lost a couple pieces. The Ravens, the Bengals got Trey Hendrickson back in place. The Giants have the best front 7 in football on the defensive side.
Oh, God.
It wasn't going to be a cakewalk for Caleb Williams no matter what. And you had to face, over here, you had to face this dude.
However, I will say this. You and I both know this because this is actually how the last season ended. What you do against the Packers in this town means so much more. And so I am big on the narrative of it all. First of all, Caleb Williams is already having a narrative put out about him that is absolutely garbage. Like some of you all really need to get a life, but that's a whole different argument. But what you do against the Packers really does encapsulate what you do as a team for most fans. And if you can beat the Packers, and if you can get a winning culture against the Packers, then you start to win over those fans who've had that what do you all call it? BTSD, Bears
Bears traumatic stress disorder.
Right? So that's what it is. I look at it from that perspective because if we're rolling into, let's say we're 2 what we faced them week 4, week 5, what week we faced them? I just added
up. No, we played them later in the season. We played them weeks, what was this, 17, 16, 15, and 13. We played them at the end of the year.
Game that I said beforehand. It's very possible for us to drop 2 before heading into Packer Town.
Sure.
We lose that game. All of a sudden, the morale is trash. And so I look at it from that perspective, just trying to make sure we keep, the morale up, us the opportunity to develop appropriately, things of that nature. And I think there's so much pressure being put on this first season for Ben Johnson and this second season of Caleb Williams coming out of the disaster that it is. A lot of it does seem unfair. A lot of it does seem like, you all are asking for way too much.
The pressure is not unfair because they're saying we love it. That's like you saying, man, I wish somebody would punch me in the face. And then you get punched in the face and then you go, dang, that was a little much, wasn't it? When we asked Ben Johnson about, hey, do you feel worried about this? Nah, we got to figure out how to do that. That's on us. We got to make that happen. What are your thoughts on a 4,000-yard passer? Watch this season. What are your thoughts on a 30-touchdown quarterback? Watch this season. Do you feel like your offense is going to be struggling going into the season with penalties? If we are, we'll make a change. What are your thoughts at the left tackle position? We don't like it. He ain't say that, but in so many words, he definitely said that. Mm-hmm. But it's the smoke you asked for.
Right.
And he took shots at LaFleur before the seat was even warm. Well, so for me, this is, you asked for this fire. You said, I'm pretty good against a Matt LaFleur defense. Let's see how good you is with Micah Parsons on the other side. And you know what? I want to see how good you is because guess what? He ain't going nowhere. He 26.
Bro, that's so crazy. They got that man locked up for a minute, too.
Now, I will say this. Packers fans, you better win this year.
Y'all ain't got much of a team.
You better win this year.
You better capitalize as much as you can because you sold your future.
Brother, your future. They have 2 players on their roster and $100 million in cap. They have 2 players on their roster that have $100 million in cap.
Bruh, listen.
You better win.
Y'all in purgatory. Y'all just don't realize it yet. Bro.
That gets ugly real quick. And we'll see what they end up doing. I like the I like where the North is at. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like chaos. I like the war.
Oh, I love it. From a fan's perspective, to see the North this exciting, this productive, these many teams that can actually make a real push, it feels good. It feels good for us to actually have a conversation and we not be the trash bag of the league, bottom of the league. We actually have projections to be a top team there. Green Bay has that projections to be a top 10 team. That feels good. It makes it all the more all the better when we beat them. Now, I'm still gonna say we're gonna beat them. I'm still gonna ride with the squad. Don't get me wrong, but I'm concerned.
Here's my thing. Right. Here's my thing. If you're concerned now, we gotta add Jordan JC in here. Don't worry about it, Jordan. I see you in the back there. I just gotta add some stuff to the screen. It showed up out of nowhere. You son of a.
It's like you ever been in school and you all had to, you had another clique you was about to fight, and everybody knew that they had somebody they can easily sneak or easily sleep. But it was like that one dude. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute for Buddy. So
but I just look at it like this, right? Like to me, the conversation right now around Micah being there, it makes the North just that much more fun. It makes the North, to me, I mean, like, you're talking about a competition. You are, every year, you have to be the best version of yourself. And I love how you said it. It truly feels like the Bears are finally in a position to fight back.
By the way, we got over 700 in the chat.
Over 700 in the chat. 700. Shout out to y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. If you have not done so, hit that like button, hit that hype button. Subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Oh, wait, I do have this, don't I? I can just do that. Don't worry about that. But no, as we keep this thing going, kid, entertain some of the comments so I can set this thing up here real quick.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I just want to give a shout out to some of you all who've been rocking with us. Baki, of course. I see some people in here who share my sentiment of concern. I want you to understand. I'm concerned. I'm optimistic. Don't get me wrong. I still think that we have a good chance to win.
You feel scared, kid. It seems like you're scared.
Well, here's the thing, Caleb.
Do I need to buy you a dog?
Caleb don't play Jordan Love. He plays the defense. So that defense just got better. I think my defense is gonna make Jordan Love look trash. I'm good with that. But they defense is just as good now. So I'm like, yo, I'm kind of concerned about that.
I'm just saying, do I need to buy you a dog, my boy?
No, listen, fear is good. When you have concern, and you have
fear is good. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you can actually say, hey, I have the courage to take this on. I'm not being stupid here. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, we're gonna smack him. Nah, hold on a second. We got a game plan for this.
Fear is good is gotta be one of the funniest lines ever.
Hey, he said, you sound scared, bro. I am scared to a degree. Right? But I'm confident that we can get this dub. But I am nervous. I'm fearful that at any given time my left tackle is gonna just fall over and my future is gonna get destroyed. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, the left tackle position is terrifying.
That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm concerned about. But if you say, hey, if we can find a way to just take care of that one guy just enough to give Caleb some time to throw this ball, oh yeah, I think we good. But I gotta see it first. I gotta see the first couple, snaps to see how this is gonna work out.
And I truly think that's the thing with a lot of people right now is it's truly just the concern that you haven't seen it. You know what I mean? It's not as we welcome into the building, Mr. Oh, I got to shrink this down a little bit, but I can't add him in here and his voice can't be heard. Is Jordan JC in the building, ladies and gentlemen? Jordan JC, what's going on, my guy? How you feeling, man? we won.
That's all I wanted to say is we're about to die. All right, guys.
What goes that? Well, see that.
You made me do all of this so that you better get back here to have an opinion.
What in the world did I miss in
Turn
the
your
last
mic
2
on.
hours?
You got your mic on the wrong setting.
Oh my God. Oh Lord, Jesus, everything is all chaotic now.
You know, JC, I'm glad you said this because V-Dog made a good comment. He said, I get your concern, but not as much. We have one of the top-notch OCs as our head coach, and he's proven he's got a veteran staff to start. Hey, I want y'all to understand this. All right, listen.
Am I good? Am I good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
I want y'all to understand this. And JC, correct me if I'm wrong.
Jesus.
Andy Reid Pat made an Andy Reid comment earlier. Was that not the same legendary team that played the Eagles and Patrick Mahomes looked like a JV, like he was on a JV squad?
Sure.
Right. Do you think that the Green Bay Packers have the potential to develop a defense like the Eagles now?
No, the Eagles have a lot more pieces than Green Bay. Micah being there is just one piece. I mean, they got Kenny Clark.
And they got rid of Kenny Clark.
Oh, okay. Well, Kenny Clark's gone. Okay, so Kenny Clark is gone. That good Lord, thank you.
It's you said thank you
like
to that.
Bears,
they got a better player now.
The interior is closer to the quarterback than Micah Parsons. Micah plays a position where, sure, he attacks the quarterback, but he also kind of plays, zone as well and coverage. So I'm more scared of him just overall. How can I put this? I'm more scared of him in the overall game just because he can do more. He can impact more, obviously, than just sacks. But I'm glad that they got rid of the defensive tackle. I'm glad they got rid of Kenny Clark because I thought that was going to be a tandem and I was going to be pretty terrified. But what is the meat and potatoes of this trade? Because I literally was getting ready for the studio, and then I see you guys on. That's how far gone I was.
Two firsts and Kenny Clark.
The Bears couldn't get in on that situation? 2 firsts and a fat guy. We already were getting rid of Big Bill. We could do Big Bill and 3 firsts.
2 firsts and Kenny Clark.
Ryan Poles, you dropped the ball on this one. You don't allow the Green Bay Packers to get a guy like that.
I think it's a money thing. There's a lot of guaranteed money.
We've been spending money all year.
That's the problem. We've been spending money all year. Like, I honestly feel like the guaranteed money is where it comes down to, and that's a big part. Like, I don't think we could have matched that guaranteed money the way Green Bay did.
Oh, man.
That's where my mind went immediately. Like, okay, that's not a lot. What's the deciding factor? Guarantees.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
You okay, Jason? George G? You
Okay?
okay?
It's still FGB. I don't care. I know Jimmy Hoffa is throwing a party right now, but
Oh, he should
whatever.
be.
I don't
He
care.
should be.
He should be. Congratulations. This came out of nowhere. Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right, man. Well, I heard kind of what you all were saying. This is going to make the North even more fun. Like, we literally have the best division in football now. Like, this will make it that much more fun and challenging. I said to myself, I thought Green Bay would be probably the bottom feeder of the division. Now I don't know who is going to be the last place. Every team has a chance to win this division now. That's how impactful Micah Parsons is. But wow, excellent trade for them. Man,
Don't sit there and tell me to read something about the Dallas Cowboys trying to trade him a year ago. I'm not trying to read that now. But thank you for giving me that.
I was gonna say he is here now, so it don't matter nearly as much.
Thank you for giving me the info. I do appreciate it. I'm just being, just joking at this.
Listen, for me, again, I keep saying this. It doesn't change. It doesn't change what your expectation on Ben Johnson is. Doesn't change what your expectation on the coaches of your coaching staff is. Doesn't change my expectation on Caleb Williams. It's 2 games a year. You find a way to win one of them, preferably the one at home. Although winning on the road was fun. I ain't gonna stunt with you. That was a lot of fun. But it's 2 games a year.
Boy,
you got to find a way to win a game. That doesn't change no matter who's out there. That doesn't change if it's Kenny Clark. That doesn't change if it's Micah Parsons. That doesn't change if it's Myles Garrett. Ben Johnson's job is to win football games for the Chicago Bears and to come up with this scheme that stops it. Your schedule was difficult nonetheless. Your schedule was difficult no matter what. So this doesn't change my expectation, doesn't change my outlook, doesn't change my fear.
Well, I will say this.
I still came into this season feeling the exact same way around this team, saying, hey, you got a lot that you got to do, and you got one of the most difficult schedules. You know who it changes it for? Probably people that was a little bit irrational, that was sitting there talking about 15, 16 wins this season.
Well,
I had 11.
I had 12. Realistically, I had 12. I know I had 14 when we were doing the actual predictions. I was being crazy. But I think I'm going down to maybe 10 now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I said 14 when we were doing the.
That makes sense, JC. That makes sense that you would go down a little bit.
I'm going down to 10.
Here's the thing. So did you have a sweep in the Packers?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you're insane. Did. You were insane. Okay, that's where we started. Then that's where we started. Then okay. Okay.
Without Micah Parsons?
Wait a minute. No, your stuff was insane no matter what, because you said the Bears gonna win so many games, they're gonna sit people the last 2 weeks of the season, and that's why.
Yeah, it was actually
that's why the Bears were going to be fine. It had nothing to do with this freaking with this Packers matchup. Hey, if y'all haven't done so, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I want to get to some of you guys super chats. You guys supported the channel on a monetary way. Appreciate you for doing that. Also, if you haven't done so, and if you see it, I don't think everybody sees it, hit the hype button as well.
Yeah, we need some hype now.
Kais253 said, let's all rally together and say FGB. Shout out to that. Drop a FGB in the chat. Shout out to that.
FGB.
Papa Do That in the building said, Braxton Jones is going to get killed now. Papa Do That, I hate to tell you. He was going to die no matter what.
Yeah, it's just another person now to get him. Jesus.
He was dead no matter what. 305 Mike McGee said Kenny Clark saves $20 million in cap space in 2026. Thank you, everyone, for not beating this offer. Go Pack, go. Gross. Tar Hockey 33 starts it off with a God. Why? Shout out to that. Hey, but listen.
Yeah.
It's 2 games a year. Your goal is to split. Your goal was to split no matter what.
Man,
Does this in your mind make it impossible for the Bears to split this season?
No, of course not.
So then what are we losing our minds over? Does it make it much more difficult to sweep?
Guy. Yes, I wanted that guy. I want to know, what did Ryan Poles do? He clearly knew that this was happening.
Well, he spent $20 million on Dio. Miss that Dio. Die like come at me, no one. Kid, did you mute your mic?
I hear him.
Can you?
Yeah.
Why can't I hear him? Oh, there you go.
All right, cool. Let's be for real. No one saw this happening the way it did 3 weeks ago. No one saw that. No one would have said Micah Parsons is on the move.
100% not.
So honestly, I don't think this was even a blimp on his radar, and it shouldn't have been. The chances that you move Micah Parsons, by the way, let's just give this a Jerry Jones round of applause.
Ryan Poles don't get that excuse though. Ryan Poles don't get that excuse.
We don't have the cat. We don't
He
have.
They're taking trade. They're taking trade calls. As soon as you hear that, you better find a way. You better get some of that Naperville, or I'm sorry, that Arlington money to give to under the table.
Hey,
we don't have any way to.
Buddy Love said, no singing Pat, not right now. Buddy, it's okay, buddy.
Man. We did that for Khalil Mack. Do you think that this is a better trade than Khalil Mack? No, yeah, he is. No. I'm sorry. Wait, what?
No, he's not.
Wait, was he? Oh, now you got me rethinking. Who did
the
Khalil Mack trade?
No, he didn't make the deal to acquire
Ryan Pace made the Khalil Mack trade.
Pace did the Khalil Mack trade. Okay, I'm sorry. But would you comparatively, who's the better player at this point in time on this type of team?
Who's a better player? Micah Parsons is a better player than Khalil Mack.
Better player than Khalil Mack, and this is a better team than you would have been coming to.
But
you're saying to make the move for Micah here to Chicago. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah. Chicago's offense is miles ahead of what we had in 2016 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Miles ahead of that. I think our defense wasn't as good, obviously, with Akeem and all those boys, but it could be that. It could be okay enough, because now you got a completed team.
I don't see a future in which you can have him here, and that still, I think it still overlaps when you have to extend Caleb. You have to extend Rome if that works out. It's just like thinking long term.
You got to get rid of DJ. DJ's contract is going to be up.
Listen,
DJ.
I told y'all in the beginning, there's not a person on this team I wouldn't have got rid of. I'd have said, hey, here's Montez Sweat.
Yeah, well, easily.
Hey,
easily.
He would have got rid of Montez Sweat, but would not have offered DJ. Your love for DJ is crazy, dog.
Who said that?
I just want you to know.
Who said that?
I think you said you.
I said I would send one of anybody on this team for Micah Parsons back.
All I'm saying is this: DJ Moore is probably one of the highest paid people on the team. Legitimately, I would have got rid of that contract so fast.
Sure, but they not. The thing is, right? They probably want a pass rusher back.
No, see, what I'm saying is I would have gotten rid of Montez or some other pass rusher back now, in addition to however many multiple picks. And then when you're talking about spending money on him to keep him here down the road, then that's when you get rid of DJ's contract.
Got rid of DJ.
Because now you got Rome and Odds and Luther.
You want a linebacker? I give you one. It ain't gonna be Montez.
Edmonds. Oh man.
It wouldn't have been Montez.
I just would have loved to know what was the war room like with Poles attempting to get in on this. Was he really involved, or was he like, you know what, we're just going to wipe our hands clean of this?
I can tell you exactly what that room looked like. Do we got the money for this? Probably not. Okay, never mind.
Well, listen, the one thing we know about Ryan Poles is he can find a way to create money. But hey, we got to take a quick break. We're going to listen into a word from our sponsors. When we come back on the other side of this thing, I do want to continue the conversation. I want to talk about, where we think the Bears can find still ways to go out there and be dominant, where we can still feel like, do you feel like the Bears are still in the running to compete in this division, to win in this division? We'll talk about that coming up next. But first, we got to listen into a word from our sponsor over at Draft. Breeze Nation, we got to take a quick break in the action to thank DraftKings for sponsoring today's episode. With DraftKings Sportsbook, you can stay in on the action with things like same-game parlays for a shot at even bigger payouts, or get in on live betting as the game unfolds. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still have fun by getting in on DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports, where you can win cash prizes. Right now, here's the deal that they have for Breeze Nation, so make sure that you got this ready to go. New customers can bet $5 and get $300 instantly back in bonus bets. That's right, $5 and you can get $300 instantly back in bonus bets. Make sure you are signed up using the promo code Windy City to unlock this offer. Again, that's promo code Windy City for a new customer to bet $5 and get $300 instantly in bonus bets using that promo code Windy City. Big thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for partnering with us here at the Windy City Breeze. Now let's get back to the show. Big shout out to DraftKings, man. Appreciate them for tuning in, showing love as always, rocking with the channel. We're talking about the Micah Parsons situation. People are losing their minds. Sweet Jesus, what are we gonna do? You go out there and you find a way to win a football game. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. And if you like me and you're not scared and you feel like, hey, you need to find a way to win a game no matter what, drop a bird down in the chat.
Hey, man, don't be not including us. I ain't scared either.
It sounds like you're terrified.
I'm concerned.
I'm a little bit. I don't care.
Look, Ken said, keep it a Billy Buck Bean. I'm concerned.
Jesus,
hey, y'all can sit there and be like, oh, we ain't worried about it. I want to see what it looked like on the field first. I want to watch their first game and see how because now you don't just have Michael Parsons. You have a pissed off Michael Parsons.
Not really. You actually have a more satiated Micah Parsons no matter what. He's actually probably extremely excited.
He is happy.
He's probably like,
nah, I think he gonna go off with he gonna go off this season. I just think he will.
Papa do that with the super chat. He said, the way I see it, Michael was on the Cowboys and still wasn't winning Super Bowls or playoffs because of that offense. Green Bay's offense isn't all that either. Doesn't change who's catching the football. I'm still not enamored by Jordan Love. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's not great, and I think he's exactly what I wanted as a Bears fan. Good enough to get you to the dance, but just good enough to get you beat. Exactly what I want as a Bears fan. I think on the flip side of that, I still don't have faith in his wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't. I mean, the best thing they got going for him is the running game. I'll give him that. Good running game up there. And you've got Matt LaFleur, which means you're going to find a way to make something happen. But I continue to live in this world of, we've seen this as Bears fans. Khalil Mack got us one win at the end of the season when Aaron Rodgers was hurt.
Hey, Pat. You know, I love that stat where you say, hey, he's good enough to get you to the dance, but not good enough to get you over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's 3-1 against us as a starter.
Of course he is. We've sucked.
So he's good enough to
that has nothing to do. And guess what?
Good enough to
moving forward. Yeah.
Hey, and guess what? Was good enough to beat you on a tipped field goal last season and to lose the second game.
Hey, all I'm saying
again, I'm not sitting here like where the world that I live in. That means you have 15 other games that you can go out there and prove before you get to the Packers. Well, really like 13 games before you get to the Packers to prove, hey, guess what? I'm glad that you got that. I'm glad you got you got Micah Parsons. I see what y'all doing over there. You're building a team with some dogs on it. Guess what? We got some dogs over here too.
You know,
I don't go out and get Ben Johnson and then all of a sudden I'm shaking in my boots when Micah Parsons show up.
No.
I get that. I'll say this: it's clear, and I think Pat, and I think the whole team for this, because now you can clearly see who watches football, who doesn't. Because people are bringing up stuff that really don't matter. Like, well, how many sacks does he have in this situation? You mean how many sacks does Michael Parsons have when the entire report was stop that guy? Yeah, he probably doesn't have any sacks in that situation, but he took so much attention from you that you had to that you didn't have enough weaponry to do everything else.
In what
That's
situation?
going to happen.
Micah Parsons ain't had a season with less than 12 sacks.
It's clear that people don't understand the game of football when they come up with these things to try to like prove their point as to why the Bears should win. The Bears don't have the line to send that many people at him. We ain't there yet. So I just want you all to understand that. That's why I'm kind of.
I'm only worried about Braxton.
I think
you gonna have to. He gonna need help every single time.
Here's the thing. Is Braxton gonna need help? 100%. He's gonna need help most weeks. Hey, he's gonna need help most weeks. He's not good. There's not a week on this schedule. He's not gonna. Maybe the Saints. maybe by week 10 in the NFL season he won't need help. There's not a week on this schedule. He's not gonna need help.
Vikings, he's going. Well, no.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I'm agreeing. Like,
there's not a week on this schedule that Braxton Jones isn't the underdog in every matchup. There are things that as an offensive coach you need to do to accentuate the weaknesses of your team, like we see good offensive coaches do, like we see Kyle Shanahan do, like we see Sean McVay do, like we see Andy Reid do, like we see Jim Harbaugh do. Jim Harbaugh didn't have a wide receiver that could catch before last season. The Chargers didn't have a single receiver. They had Keenan Allen, who was dying half of the year, and they had Quentin Johnston, which that T in his last name pisses me off more than anything.
Hey, but
either be Johnson or Johnton. I don't even know what the second one is. Why are you combining them here?
Oh, yeah, Buddy was trash.
You didn't have a single receiver that could catch. And so he went out and found a dude that don't go out there and kill you in the 40 time. That's not going to sit out there and be the biggest body, go up and get it wide receiver. But you know what he can do? He can catch. And he paired that up with a quarterback that still went out there and threw 5 interceptions in that playoff game.
Mm-hmm. Your hate for Justin Herbert is crazy.
Bro, it's not good, bro. Come on, dog.
And Trevor Lawrence, I give you, but Justin
he's not
Herbert,
good when it matters.
Nah, Justin Herbert, I think you got to calm down.
Hey, bro, every
Trevor
playoff
Lawrence
game,
is trash, though.
every
Trevor
playoff
Lawrence,
game, this man,
pick, trash.
Fam, if I'm not mistaken, Justin Herbert has been in 2 playoff games. Am I right on that? I think 2, right?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, I believe he has 9 interceptions in 2 playoff games.
Hold on.
I'm just saying, bro.
What?
It's not to say he won't get there.
Yes, 515
Did
yards,
he not? Didn't he throw 4 to lose the Jaguars game?
He had 4 total in his playoff career.
There's no way. He threw how many interceptions did he throw last year in that game?
Well, it was 4 interceptions.
No, so he threw interceptions in the first. Oh, maybe that wasn't playoffs. Was that game? No, that game versus the Jaguars was playoffs.
Bro, he threw 4 picks in his last game. That was the only game in the playoffs he threw picks. Trevor Lawrence threw a lot of picks.
No, Trevor Lawrence definitely threw a lot of picks.
But Justin Herbert only has 4 playoff interceptions. Which is still a lot, but it ain't 9.
That's all in one game, though.
It's all in one game.
Charger.
Which, watching that game, I kind of blame Jim for that one because it was like, I got my own idea on it. He had a certain game plan up until that point and tried to get the team to do something completely different, and it didn't work out.
Either way, he cheats.
I don't know.
Either way, Justin Herbert trash.
You know what?
Yeah, you're right.
I did want to say, going back to your point about the fact that Jordan Love, I think, is going to be the deciding factor in why this team might obviously
one
be
touchdown,
better.
Rich. Yeah.
It's going to hinge on whether or not Jordan Love becomes a great quarterback or not, because we know that he's a decent quarterback. But is this going to be the same thing with Dallas, where Dak is the type of season quarterback where he kills in the regular season, but then when you get to the playoffs, just you kind of know that it's the same old song. And so, Jordan Love sometimes gives the ball away. You can depend on that at times. And so it really is going to hinge on his play more than Micah's play. I think, and that's where I think you have that opening of the Bears are still going to be a very, very good competitive team against this team. You have the other parts of the division that you got to worry. We still got to worry about Detroit and that juggernaut and that defense getting back healthy with their own dogs over there at Aiden Hutchinson. And so I still think that overall, it's not like this has catapulted Green Bay to the top of the league in some sort, or they got like Super Bowl aspirations all of a sudden. It just makes them a more competitive squad.
I like this comment from Crimson. Is Jordan Love different from Dak?
No.
I think he is. I think he's worse than Dak.
Yes. Okay. I'll give you that.
I think he's
talking about
worse
quarterback
than
rankings. Yeah.
And Jordan Love don't have it. Listen, it's a great move.
Jordan Love different than Dak?
He's worse than Dak.
I don't think he's
Dak
worse.
Dak has a real case to say he should have won that MVP. And there was that 2 years ago. And because of, I think, people's bias or opinion, they kind of gave it away. Like Dak had a great case for MVP. And it felt like, I know he didn't lose it in the playoffs, but it definitely felt like when they lost that playoff game that way.
Jordan Love's first season as a starter, he had several stretches where we were considering him an MVP conversation. And that was even something you mentioned on the show.
Dak Prescott's rookie year, he came in, I think, 4 games in, and he still was one of the best quarterbacks in football. That was freaking good.
I would say this I think it's an unfair question because we're talking about someone who's been starting for 2 seasons and you dealing with injury and stuff like that. But there were plenty of stretches over the last 2 seasons where Jordan Love showed that he had the opportunity or capability to be an MVP candidate. And that's not me saying that. That was national media. That was a lot of people saying it. So I don't know. I have to see it. I don't like
Dak Prescott rookie year. He went 13-3.
Like doing it. I don't like doing that because we don't know. Like everything is not in a vacuum to the point where you say, well, we got better, but Jordan Love didn't get better. Or we got better, but these people didn't develop their team. I don't know what he's been doing in the offseason, but I'll tell you this: the first couple of games will let me know if he has a potential to be who we think he is.
Right now, is he different than Dak Prescott? Like, it's not a difficult question. Like, no, he's not. He's worse, if anything.
How much worse? Because we're talking about someone you just said was an MVP candidate.
Dak Prescott was an MVP candidate. Jordan
how
Love.
Much worse? If you're saying they're on par, then we're talking about a potential MVP candidate.
No, Jordan Love had MVP for, I think, 7 to 8 weeks, something like that. And then he had a terrible interception streak, and he was out of the MVP race. That's his first year.
More than 11 picks. Dak has done that multiple times.
My G, those 11 picks were game-sealing picks. They were the reason the Packers were losing.
I get you, but what I'm saying is, like, statistically speaking, and then like how he was talked about for a good portion of some of these.
By the way, the 11 picks that Dak threw came with 30 touchdowns.
That's great. So did Jordan Love's.
Like, I'm just saying,
Jordan
like you
Love
said,
32 and 11, he went 25.
You're saying he threw. You're saying he did that multiple times. Like the MVP season, which should have been the MVP or could have been the MVP season, I guess, for Dak Prescott was 23. He had 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 picks.
23, right?
23.
That's Jordan Love's first season. He had 4,100 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 11 INTs. That was his first season as a starter.
Right. That's good. That's good for Jordan Love.
And so all I'm saying is, like, when you say, is he better or if he's on par, I really don't know. But, like, honestly, if Dak Prescott had MVP candidate opportunity, Jordan Love is kind of like right there when you look at it.
Did Jordan Love get MVP votes that year?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You can see it.
I'm saying I didn't look it up. I don't know.
No. No. Not a single. No. No, he didn't.
He didn't. But production wise, I'm just saying, like, if you base it off production.
What I'm saying is you're looking at the numbers. The reason he didn't is because those 11 picks were putting them behind the 8 ball. Like the Dak picks Dak had 9 picks that MVP season.
No, I get you. I'm just saying, like,
it didn't take them out of games. There was some bad play calling.
I also think that Dak has been a much better QB than people gave him credit for. It's like my
He's an
view of
MVP candidate. Of course he is.
my view of Dak Prescott is even different than most of Dallas Cowboys fans. It's like, no, y'all actually got a decent quarterback. Like, I don't know why it falls off the rails, but y'all got a decent quarterback. Like,
Well,
y'all
I
ain't got
think-
somebody that's a scrub. And so when you say, oh, he's like Dak Prescott, I think he's like in that realm of conversation. And
Sure.
as a second or third year starter, that's kind of scary if you can see how he develops. I'm just saying, like, hey, this may be that season where you see a different Jordan Love if he's been putting in the work, and it's gonna come out in the wash. But if he's on par with Dak, no, that's something to be concerned about. Like,
But he hasn't been.
Yeah.
Like, we
don't
watch the
think he
games.
has.
Like,
He's
yes, you
on
can
par
sit
with
there and
Dak.
you can look at the numbers at the end of the day. Jordan Love hasn't been.
But it looks different. Yeah. I wouldn't say
He
Jordan's
hasn't
the
been
same
on par
level.
with Dak Prescott.
okay,
Like, we can clearly see that by watching the game. We can see that he's not a better quarterback than Dak.
I think the whole point is that he's
better. I
probably
said
going
in
to
the
the same
realm.
scenario. Like, at the end of the day, Mike is going possibly to the same scenario that he was in Dallas, maybe even to a lesser degree. So that's
There's
where
also
I'm
no
saying he
CeeDee
was at.
Lamb on this team. There's also no.
There isn't.
I mean, like Dallas. No, I mean, listen, you were gonna have to deal with Flus.
George Pickens.
You were gonna have to deal with Flus, but there's no George Pickens on this team. Like, that's my thing. This is not now Caleb Williams versus the Green Bay Packers. This is Ben Johnson and his offense versus the Green Bay Packers and their offense, and their defense.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're developing the quarterback the way you should, if you're doing the things at the standard that you've said that you need to do, then
that's the double-edged sword of the conversation, right?
no,
Like,
it's not. It's a one-sided blade. This is a katana. There is no double edge. Ben Johnson is here for one reason: develop Caleb Williams, make this offense go.
I'm with you, baby. I'm just saying the reasons for concern is, again, we often have this argument as if the Bears got better, no one else did. Is LaFleur's job not the same job as Ben Johnson's?
100%.
Is LaFleur's job to get Jordan Love to improve and to lead this team?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And you've already put fuel to that fire with this little, preseason back and forth.
That's
So
why
all
I
I'm
said
saying
you
is
won't sweep them.
All I'm saying is this: the same smoke that we are inviting with Ben Johnson, Matt LaFleur is welcoming that same smoke, and he's done a pretty decent job so far.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, like, hey, I don't think Matt LaFleur was sitting there like, yeah, no, we just gonna let Jordan just do whatever. No, I'm pretty sure he's gotten in the room with his QB and they've done
100%. It's why I said. It's why I said they won't sweep.
I don't think they're as a team. I think they would have gotten better. And adding this piece does put them on a map in a way that I didn't have them before.
Sure,
that's all I'm saying.
Sure, 100%. But it didn't. It doesn't change what Ben's job is this year. Let's say you go into those final two Packers games and Ben Johnson is hitting on all cylinders, which is the hope here, and which is what I said today when we did the show, that you've got a team. What if the scenario plays out that Ben Johnson is exactly who we hope he is, and he gets the most out of the team and he gets the most out of the players? You have a team that by the time you get to the Packers could have 1, 2, 3, has the potential to have 4 division wins already.
By the way,
now that's if you sweep everybody. I'm not saying you will. I don't expect you to, but you have the potential to. You also have the potential to play a lot of good football teams before then, where by the time we get to the Packers, we may be talking about this as we got 2 juggernauts going up against each other.
Green Bay also plays, I think, Detroit the first week. If I'm not
Green Bay
mistaken.
plays Detroit the first week. Hey, Jared Goff might be bad.
Also, I just to address some of the things in the chat, you can't say Ben Johnson has been further in the playoffs than Matt LaFleur when we're talking about a different year, different team chemistry, different team makeup for those for the opponents. I mean, the Vikings went 15-2.
And Ben Johnson went further than them. Ben Johnson has been further.
Well, he has gone further, but Ben Johnson also had a monster of a team. Ben Johnson had a team. Ben Johnson had a team then that's better than the Bears constructed today.
So did Matt LaFleur when he had the 3 times in a row MVP.
He did not have a better receiving room than the rest of his division.
He had a better receiving room than any receiver that's on the Detroit Lions right now.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Adams is still
Devontae
one
Adams,
of the best
as a
receivers
whole,
in
that
football.
receiving room was very top heavy. Adams and who?
Adams and who don't matter. I'm getting the ball to Devontae Adams. That's
You got Adams and who?
My G.
That's the same as saying Justin Jefferson and who.
Justin Jefferson and who. I don't care about the rest of y'all. It's Justin Jefferson.
Addison is a dog.
Jordan Addison is a dog.
It's a dog.
But
And
I don't care.
Was going to break that record if it wasn't for the fact.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? There was some good football being played when Justin Jefferson was out. And when Justin Jefferson came back, where that football went?
It's just,
Back there.
Back
to where it belongs.
Like it's certain wide receivers that don't matter, bro. You know what I mean? Like Matt LaFleur had a good football team. You know he lost to? He lost to Brock Purdy and the 49ers sneaking in at home.
Yeah.
Hey man, did they go to the Super Bowl that season? Because if they did, I can lose to the Super Bowl, a Super Bowl contending team.
No, I don't think they went to the Super Bowl that season. I want to say they got beat by the Rams in that one.
Did the Rams win the Super Bowl?
No, I want to say the 49ers got beat by the Rams.
And the Rams won the Super Bowl.
I think that's the year they won the Super Bowl.
So Matt LaFleur lost to a team that competed with the Rams and eventually lost.
You going too far down the rabbit hole. Hey, listen, the Chicago Bears end up beating the 49ers week 1 of that season. Follow me now. So technically, the Bears end up losing to a team that went to a team that played a team that ended up going to the Super Bowl. They lost in the Super Bowl, but they was that caliber. Bears in 5.
I'm a dude playing it, dude.
Hey, man, we're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Wait, is Joel in there?
He's like, what about me, guys?
Joel, just speak. They can hear you.
Really?
Your mic's not on, so no, they can't. You got it on the wrong settings, but they can hear you in theory. I don't have an extra spot for you, Joel. You show up all late, never knowing what to do. I can't trust these guys. Joe, we've been live for an hour and 7 minutes. I'm getting.
No, I was like,
guys, send a link. Send a link. Send a link.
When he text send a link, kid.
I was like,
I've been texting it
10 minutes ago. I don't know.
We've been alive for an hour already. Talk about send a link.
I didn't know what you guys were doing after a while. I thought we were like, were we coming back here or what?
I think they still coming to the studio. I don't know what's happening.
Ain't nothing.
I'll just say this. I'll just chime in here.
Hold on. Let me add your face to the corner, you bastard. There you go. Look at it.
Oh, hey, there it is.
Look at this jackalope.
Technically, this is pretty bad in the sense that they were top 6 defense last year. So, but like I agree with you, Pat. The whole point is that Ben Johnson's supposed to fix the offense. We keep looking at this Bears team like they're supposed to be the same lethargic offense. We still have a good defense, and so Ben Johnson's supposed to come in here and if he can scheme, he clearly beat. Like you said, Mike has been beat before. So if you can scheme for this guy and figure something out, then I'm with it. You know, I mean, I'm not terrified, but it's just the irritants because it just makes the games a little bit more challenging.
100%.
Y'all keep making statements as if they got another offensive piece and that we got to stop the offensive piece. Listen to what you just said. You just said Ben Johnson's job is to get this offense rolling, and we should game plan around. And you're absolutely right. That is his job, and that's what we have to do. But he's also limited by his personnel. Do we have the personnel to stop who they gonna put in front of our offensive line?
You do if you get the ball out quick.
If you scheme, you still got to scheme to get the ball out. The whole point is that you can't stand there for 5 seconds and wait for the ball. You know,
Micah can't get to Caleb.
You gotta if you're scheming for slants, for dump offs, or you're scheming for quick routes, and then because you can trick a defense and maybe get the deep shots or whatever, fine. But you know, the whole point is that I don't think he's any different from like you guys made a great point earlier, right? They're playing all these defensive lines, even the Giants. Y'all don't even count the Giants D line.
No, I definitely did. I said it's the best defense and best front seven in football.
So you got every week you have a test. So either way, what separates the rest of these defenses from the not good ones? fast guys that are very strong. So you have to do that every week. It's just more of the
fast guys that are very strong.
So
hey, what's Aiden Hutchinson?
This week, TJ Watt. This week, Aiden Hutchinson. Guess what? Fast, strong. Miles Garrett, fast, strong. What's
Roquan Smith? What's Roquan Smith, Joe?
Fast and strong.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I didn't know.
Like, it's just another guy that you got to watch out for. Now, if you have a total overload.
Hey, by the way, Joe, here's my thing. The dude you had to watch out for anyway. We play the Cowboys week 3.
Right. So if anything, we got a slight break, But I mean,
no, we're playing twice now.
Here's my
I'm
thing.
saying the Cowboys.
Bro, here's my thing.
So we're still playing them twice.
It's very crazy to me that there are people in here, and I know y'all did, that were guaranteeing wins over the Cowboys.
I didn't.
And you are sitting here struggling to find a way how the Bears can beat the Packers.
The only time I said that the Bears could beat the
you did
Cowboys,
pick the Bears to beat the Cowboys.
Whoa.
I did.
Let's pull it up.
Joe, go ahead and pull that up.
We can pull it up. It's right here. I have the.
We can pull it up there, Joe. Joe, let's see what we got here.
Who was it?
I'm not denying it.
It had Vikings win, Detroit lost, Cowboys lost, Raiders win.
Kid had Cowboys
win, Saints win, Ravens lost, and lost to the Eagles and lost to the Browns. Everything else was win. He had a 12-5. That was his prediction.
12-5 team. And
Jordan,
he thinks it's over. And he thinks it's over.
I don't remember it being 12-5.
12-5 and he's like 9-8, baby. Here we go.
Hey,
what are you talking about, bro?
Go down my list real quick.
Jordan,
14-3.
Win.
It's a party.
11-0. By the time they lose,
it's no way.
Eagles, baby.
It's no way.
Steelers.
You're this
you don't have them
confident.
losing to the Eagles. You have them.
Joe,
You have them losing to the Browns, the Steelers, the Niners.
That's
and
what
the
I'm
Lions.
saying, dog.
That's right.
It's no way you're this confident in this team. And then Micah Parsons become a Pack. That's sickness. That's mental illness. The Packers have you in a bad place.
I just don't like the fact that he's donning the green and yellow.
It's fine.
Sucks.
But the Packers have you in a bad place if you go, it's over.
Nah.
I would say so.
I
had him sweeping.
Aaron
I agree.
Rodgers literally said, "I own you," and half of the city said he probably does.
Hey,
he literally
had nothing to
had
stand on.
22-5 against us.
You know who's not in Green Bay no more? Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Pat, guess what? Jordan Love, his little lackey over here, who's not on the same level, is 3-1.
Hey, that's
All
cool.
I'm saying is they've been clapping us like a $4 thought on 79 for the last 30 years. That's
cool. That's cool. What's Jordan Love record versus Ben Johnson?
Bro, not that
What's
great.
Jordan Love record versus Ben Johnson?
Yeah,
I think
1.
He has a better team.
No.
What's Jordan Love record versus Ben
Johnson?
Johnson?
What am I talking about?
Isn't it like it's not that they went 14-2 last year?
Hey, by the way, Jordan Love.
Hey, I can guarantee
Campbell.
Hey kid.
Ben Johnson.
I can guarantee you this: he didn't win a game last year.
Yeah, I think we're discounting the fact that we have upgraded this. Both coaches. It's not so much even Ben Johnson. It's still Dennis Allen. Yeah. I mean, the idea of having a good defensive coordinator, but with Ben Johnson, this is supposed to be a really balanced team. But Micah Parsons, I mean, to me, I think we split the games. I agree. I think we win at home. They lose in Green Bay.
I got a question for you. Okay, so let's try to even this boy out. They get Micah, right?
Now, before you ask that question, I will say this.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
It was 34-0 last year versus Dennis Allen's defense. So you got to balance that out too. You got
what?
34-0 Green Bay beat Dennis Allen's defense last year. Rock.
Well, with that being said, we might need to add another guy. So what I was going to say,
he was cheeky. 182, 16 for 28, one tutty. Yeah, he was kind of cheeky.
What do y'all think about if we were to go out and get Zadarius Smith? That's a little bit more accepting, right?
Are we back in on 12 wins? If Zadarius Smith shows up on the other side, guaranteed 9 sacks.
I'll say 11.
I think we don't know. I think that we're discounting what the impact of our actual D line is right now. Does a healthy Montez Sweat, huh?
D line ain't hurt.
No, I'm saying a healthy Montez with Dio, and we still got a rotation. We still have the rotation of Dexter and Billings with pregame. Like, we're discounting the fact that we actually have an upgraded defense. You know,
Montez better show me something because I'm a little weary.
Grady Jarrett and like we're I think we're going to be pretty good.
We'll see.
We'll see what ends up happening, man.
Jordan Love, to me, like what you guys were saying before, Jordan Love is probably a good quarterback. He's not.
He's okay.
Yeah. He's okay, but that means that he's pretty much just do enough to not lose the game, and rarely will he actually put the game on his back, which means that he could get flustered. We can't beat him. He is. I look at all the quarterbacks when I look at the quarterbacks we're facing. That's the test of what the record's all about. You know, when you got a Mahomes, you got some of the top echelon quarterbacks, of Josh Allen. Those are going to be problems to beat. But when you look at who we're playing against, that's why you got to look at that record. Like, Jordan Love is not a world beater. Now, what's the running game like? The defense is better, but does that mean that if we win, it's 24-21 versus 24-10? Or is it the other way around because it just means that the games are closer because the defense has more of an impact? But Caleb has to be able to dice up a defense.
Nothing changes.
I hear you. It's not quarterback versus quarterback. It's quarterback versus defense.
But that's what I'm saying. Our quarterback has to be able to carve up a defense. So whoever we play, I mean, I have so many bad memories of watching every good quarterback that came here just destroy us. Didn't matter if we had a vaunted cover 2. You know, but if Drew Brees was here, it's a wrap. If Peyton Manning was here, it's a wrap. If Tom Brady was here, it's a wrap. And all the good quarterbacks are going to make it really hard. We sometimes we beat them, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, like you just said, owned Chicago for years. We only beat them 5 times.
All with Lovey.
So
once with Mitch.
I want to clarify this because some people like, is he a cheesehead? No, I'm not a cheesehead.
It was a little cheesy.
Being concerned.
A little cheesy.
Hey, being concerned, or honestly, just like literally taking a lay of the land and being like, okay, no, that's a problem over there. Like giving props to the fact that, hey, they did get better. This is something that we're gonna have to chew on for a second. Like, we gotta figure this out. We don't stop the run well. Last time I checked, Josh Jacobs is still on 18.
Hey, right, he's a good
1,300 yards
for sure.
15, 16 tuds.
LaFleur
guess what? Jordan Love may not be a world beater, but Jordan Love with a well-called game plan or well-executed game plan with his running back and Josh Jacobs, that makes a whole different thing.
Coach is good.
So what gave us the leverage was, hey, we always had a marginally better or better defense. Yeah. That's kind of questionable right now.
Yeah, but now we have a good defense, but then we should be getting an equivalent, hopefully, of a LaFleur, of a Shanahan, of this type of offensive.
Y'all know we haven't seen nothing, right?
I know, but the point is that what he
no,
is.
I'm saying y'all know we, like, even in preseason, like, we haven't seen.
Oh, it's all vanilla.
Yeah, stopping the run. Yeah, we haven't seen
all vanilla.
We sitting there. You go back and rewatch that tape versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They didn't blitz till like the 3rd drive.
Yeah, like
meanwhile, Dennis Allen is blitzing in his sleep on a daily basis. We gonna blitz.
Yeah.
Where the heck this mug go?
That's the second time that's happened. He got taken.
So the kid he got taken. Taking is crazy, but I can do this now. I gotta organize it better. Yeah, I can do
you
this
get better
now.
at that.
Yeah. Well, I have the opportunity to transition it now because we're using a different program. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all. We gotta get up out of here anyway. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. People are losing their minds. Breathe. Breathe.
RELA.
Yeah, we just split.
It truly is that, because this changes nothing about what the goal of Ben Johnson was. Mars are losing their mind. They picked us to beat the Cowboys, and they losing their mind that he's on the Packers now.
Well, the Packers beat the Cowboys.
The point is, there were people in this chat picking us.
The point. That's
to
not the point.
Both teams. And now that Micah switched one of the teams, it's like, there's no way we can ever win.
The point is, that's not the
Pat
point.
been having some seizures this whole day, man.
No, because it's two things. It's two things, and it will always irritate me. By the way, 560 still in here rocking with us. An hour and 20 minutes into this thing. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Let's get over 500 likes on this mug. It will always kill me that when I said give whatever you got to give to go get Micah Parsons, you don't give up your future. Hold on. Let me.
He gotta go to the kid voice. What do you gotta go?
You don't give up the future of your team. Why? You can't give up draft picks. You don't give up draft picks. How you gonna build a team? No, you can't do that for Micah.
Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers.
Ryan Poles, where you at? Why didn't you give up the draft picks? Why? Why?
Shut up! Y'all get on my nerves.
Oh, my stomach hurts, man.
Like, my God. I sat here for 3 weeks and said you give up whatever you got to give up to go get Micah Parsons.
Only to give up two first rounders and
three
a player.
picks. Montez Sweat, I don't care. You find a way to do it.
You can't give up the future.
No,
Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers.
Why did we keep the future?
This will be
Like reverb.
they'll still be good. I mean, this reminds me of it's the Khalil Mack move for them. They're going all in. They're trying to
this worse than the Khalil Mack move. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is.
They got $100 million in two players, bro.
Yeah, and their defense is nowhere near as good as that Bears defense was.
I'm just saying, for them, they're going all in. They're trying to salvage and stay competitive.
Oh, you going all in?
You're going all in. Like, the only reason you make that move is you feel like, all right, we can win. This is a 3-year move because that's a high cap number. That is a high cap number for him. And you're going to give up all that player. You know, you give up the 2 first-round picks. I mean, it goes by quick if you got that type of caliber player. But the Bears are still building their line.
Hey, man.
FGB, whatever.
Drop the FGBs in the chat. It don't change nothing. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, man. We're going to keep you tapped here for everything Chicago Bears. Dark Knight said,
"What the future?"
He said, "What they say, Pat?"
The future. Why?
Y'all stay safe about that Chicago. Bet down. One love. That kills me, bro.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Oh,
That don't make no sense.